Welcome to the next lecture on Introduction to R Programming. You may kindly recall that in the earlier lectures, we had learned about how to do the basic mathematical operations in R software, like as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, as well as the modulo operations. And now we will move to some other aspects of R, which are again the basic fundamentals of R. And in this lecture, I will try to tell you something about functions and a little bit about matrix theory and how to use matrix in R. And in the next lecture, I will try to complete few other things about the matrix theory. So first basic question comes here. What is a function? So before seeing about the functions, the outline of this lecture consisting of functions introduction, then functions with single variable, then functions with two variables, then matrices, finally conclusion tips. Now the basic question is, what is a function? So everyone aware of the term function. So functions are set of commands grouped together in a sensible unit. So any function that is consisting of set of commands, those can be grouped together in a unit or sensible unit. Then what function contains? Functions take input arguments, then do calculations or make some graphics, call other functions, and produce some output and return a result in a variable. The returned variable can be a complex construct like a list. So these are all the arguments and the purpose of a function. Then coming to, in our R software, how to define a function. First you can see the syntax. So a function that can be defined as with the keyword function, all are lowercase letters, within brackets, arguments separated by comma each, argument 1, comma argument 2, and so on. Then body of the function with open braces. Here you can type a command or expression, then close the brace, where expression is a single command or a group of commands. Here two types of expressions are there, a single command or group of commands. Now this entire function value can be stored by using a name. So whatever the name you can use here, in that name the entire function is stored. So that is the syntax of creating a function using R software. Then coming to functions arguments with description and default values. So here function arguments can be given a meaningful name. So you have to give valid arguments only. Function arguments can be set to default values. Sometimes you can set with the default values if you are not giving any values. Then functions can have the special argument. So within single quotes, you can mention the arguments. So then coming to a function with a single variable. So here in our software, a function can be created using single variable or using two variables or multiple variables. First, we will see how to create a function using single variable. So now I am creating a function named as ABC equal to function of x. Here x is argument. Here only one argument is used. So this is a function with single variable, means single argument. Then body of the function with open braces. Then here what is the command? So here we are using single variable, means you can use single line command. So x power 2. So the command is x power 2. Then close the body of the function. So after executing this command, then simply you can enter, then the function is created. If you want to see the function x power 2, entire this body can be stored in the ABC or not, simply you can type ABC, then this function will be displayed. Then to compute the function value by passing input to the argument. Here the argument is x. You can substitute in place of x a particular value constant. Then it computes the command x power 2. So that can be called by using the name of the function. Here the name of the function is ABC. So the argument is x. Now ABC of x. In place of x, whatever the argument value you can pass, so it calls the function body, then it computes the command x power 2. For example, here you can see here x equal to 3. So ABC of 3, then it calls to the function x power 2, it computes the value where x is 3, 3 power 2, 9. That is the output. Similarly, another example, the argument x is 6, then ABC of 6, so then it calls the function command 6 power 2, so that is 36 is the output. Another example, ABC of -2, here x is -2, so in the function body, the calculation of x power 2, x is -2 whole power 2, that is equal to 4. So 4 is the output. So like that, you can create a function and pass the argument using a single variable. Now come to our R software. You can execute this one in the similar fashion, whatever we shown here. So here you can increase the size of the window, but then it should be more clearly visible with the large size. In the GUI preferences, you can make 14 to 16 range. Then you can see the size will be increased, even the text size automatically increases. So now you are defining a function. So named as ABC equal to, you have to start with the keyword function with a single variable, then open brace. Automatically it enters into next line. Plus means that is the next line. If you want, you can give space by clicking the space bar. Now here you can define the body of the function x power 2, then next line, close the function body, then enter. Now we entered into next line, the prompt entered. So now the function is created. Now if you want to see whether the function is created and stored in the ABC or not, simply you can type ABC and enter. The entire function along with the name and its command, the entire body will be displayed. Now you want to execute this function. Now you can call the function with the name ABC, then pass the parameters. Here we use a single variable. So x is the single variable. You can pass any value of x to ABC. then it calls the function f of x equal to x power 2. Then if you can substitute x as 1 power 2, then the output is 1. Similarly, if you can pass another value, x as 2, then command x power 2, that is 2 power 2, so the output is 4. Then you can use another value, suppose 4, x equal to 4 power 2, that is 16. Even if you can give negative value also, ABC of minus 2, x equal to minus 2 whole power 2, 4, then ABC of minus 1, so minus 1 whole power 2, so 1. Like that, any argument you can pass to x as a single variable, then it calls the function definition. Inside the function, whatever the command or expression that can be executed, then it produces the required results. So like that, we can create a function with a single variable, then you can execute. Then coming to functions with two variables. So the syntax, everything is same, but in place of arguments, single argument can be included within bracket. If more than one argument is there, then you can separate by comma inside the function within the bracket. So here you can see again same name, ABC equal to function of x comma y. Earlier here you have only x. Now one more argument is there or variable that can be added, separated by comma within the brackets. Like three variables also. Again, if you can use comma y comma z, like that you can include any number of arguments. Here we are seeing the two variables. Once two is done, like 3, 4 also we can do in the similar fashion. Now the definition is function of x comma y. Now open brace, the body of the function. Now the command, here you can see the command is combination of two arguments or two variables where x and y are used in the function. Now previously we have x power 2. Now we have another new argument y. So we are using another expression y power 2. Then these two are added. Then x power 2 plus y power 2. So that is the command with two arguments. Then close the function. Then the execution is same. So you can call the function ABC within brackets. Now you can provide two arguments as input. Why? Because the function contains two arguments, two variables, x comma y. So compulsory we have to pass two arguments. Whatever the first argument value default, that is x value, then followed by second argument is y value. Suppose here we called ABC of 2 comma 3. That means x equal to 2, y equal to 3. Then it calls the function f of x comma y. Inside the function, the command is executed with the values of 2 and 3. Now x value you can substitute as 2, then y value you can substitute as 3. Then simplify the command, 2 power 2 plus 3 power 2, 4 plus 9, so total 13. So this is the output. Similarly, another example, ABC of 3 comma 4. We are using x as 3 and y as 4. Then it calls the function command x power 2 plus y power 2, where x is 3 and y is 4. 3 power 2 9 plus 4 power 2 16. So total 25 is the output. Similarly, another example, ABC of minus 2 comma minus 1, here x is minus 2 and y is minus 1. Then it calls the function, then it executes the command x power 2 plus y power 2. Here x is minus 2 power 2, that is 4, plus y power 2 minus 1 whole power 2, that is 1. Then 4 plus 1, 5. So this is the output. So like that, a function can be created with two variables. Now you can execute this command also. So now we are creating another function ABC equal to fun function of x comma y with two arguments. Then open the function body with open braces. Then the command is here x power 2 plus y power 2. With x and y combination, any command you can type is not issue. So then close the function body. Now the function is created. Then you can call that function with ABC. Now you can see the new function, a function of x comma y with x power 2 plus y power 2. Now you can call the function by providing two arguments. So here we used 3 and 2, x equal to 2, x equal to 3, y equal to 2, 3 power 2 plus 2 power 2. So the output is 13. Then ABC of 2 comma 3. Now x equal to 2, y equal to 3. Again here also we will get the same result. Then ABC of 3 comma 4. Here you can see x equal to 3, y equal to 4. 3 power 2 plus 4 power 2. So 25 is the output. If you can give negative values, minus 2, minus 3, x equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 3, then it executes the command minus 2 power 2 plus minus 3 power 2. So then it gives the output as 13. So like that, a function with two variables can be created and executed. Some of the examples shown here. So then coming to another example of a function, here you can see here we use some sine and cos functions. Here the syntax is same. Here you can observe the command is changed. The function of ABC equal to function of x. This is another example of a function with one variable, single variable only. The command is sine of x power 2 plus cos of x power 2 plus x. So with single argument only, the command is defined. But here sine function, cos function is there. Then after computing sine of x value, then power 2. Then after computing cos of x value power 2, then these two can be added to x, whatever the argument you are giving. So for example, here you can observe you are giving x as 8. So the command is sine of 8 power 2 plus cos of 8 power 2 plus 8. Like that, this can be simplified. The final result is 9. Similarly, another input x is 899. Then it calculates sine of 899 power 2 plus cos of 899 power 2 plus 899. So here both we are getting 0 plus 890. 1 you are getting this one plus 899. So you are getting 900. Then if we can give another value x as minus 2, then sine of minus 2 power 2 plus cos of minus 2 power 2 plus x is minus 2. Then final output is minus 1. So this is another example of a function. We will also execute this function. Then come to our R console. So you can clear the earlier history. Freshly you can start. Our function ABC equal to function with a single argument. So open brace. So the command is sine of x power 2 plus cos of x power 2 then plus x. So any command you can use using any functions, but with single argument. Now function is created. To see the function, simply type the name of the function ABC. Now the function is created with the latest command. Now we can call the function by passing the argument. Here we have only one argument, that is x. Suppose here first I am using x as 1. Now I will call the function with ABC of 1. So here you can observe, here you are getting one error. See, in our program we typed wrongly. Cos is spelling is wrong. So here double O is added. So you can change this one. Again, we can click up arrow. Then your previous code will be called. You can recreate. Now ABC equal to function of x. Then open. Then sine of x power 2 plus cos of x power 2, then plus x. Then close the brace. Then the function is created. Then call the function ABC. Now call the function with passing the arguments in place of x. Suppose first I will give 1. So the output is 1. So sine 1 power 2 plus cos 1 power 2 plus x. X is 1. Finally, sine and cos values together 1 plus 1. So you will get 2. Then call another one. Suppose ABC of 10. Now x is 10 here. Sine 10 power 2 plus cos 10 power 2 plus 10. So you will get 11. So you can give even negative values also. So ABC of minus 1. X is minus 1. Sine of minus 1 whole power 2 plus cos of minus 1 power 2 minus 1. So you will get 0. Like that, we will create a function with a single argument using even trigonometric functions also. Like any within the command, you can use any inbuilt functions or any calculator operations. So like that, you can create a function with one variable and two variables. That's all about functions. Now we'll move to our next concept, matrices. So in this lecture, we will discuss briefly about matrices. Then in the coming lecture, we will discuss more about matrices. So here we will see how to create a matrix and some other aspects. So matrices are important objects in any calculation. A matrix is a rectangular array with consisting of a number of rows and number of columns. Here let us assume a matrix with p rows and a matrix with n columns. Now the elements in the matrix are denoted. An element in the ith row and jth column is denoted by the matrix name suffix ij with no space, x suffix both under suffix ij. So this is actually in the book version. In the books, this can be written like this. Or another way of denoting the matrix with elements, x with square brackets, within the bracket I comma j, that is row value comma column value. So this is actually program version. In program version, we will use in this format, where I equal to 1 to n and j equal to 1 to p. Here we assumed so number of rows and number of columns. So like that, you can define the elements in the matrix. Now an element of a matrix can also be an object. For example, a string. However, in mathematics, we are mostly interested in numerical matrices whose elements are generally real numbers. So that is about matrices. Then coming to how to create a matrix using R software. The syntax is like function. Here matrix also start with the keyword matrix. Matrix within bracket, the parameters within the matrix function are, the first one is data. This is optional one. Initially, it is not mandatory, not applicable. Then the second parameter, you can define number of rows in matrix. By default, number of rows is 1. It is denoted by n row. All are lowercase letters, small n row. Then next parameter is number of columns. It is denoted by n col. By default, columns are 1. Then another one, by row equal to false. So this is also optional one. So by, if you can't use by row, So by default, the matrix is filled the elements in the column format. So first it fills all the elements in column 1, then column 2, column 3. Like that equally it distributes as per the dimension of the matrix. So whenever you can give by row equal to false, then it displays all the elements in the matrix that can be filled with row wise. First row, how many rows are given? So that number of rows filled by the first elements, then second row, then third row, like that. How that can be done, we will see with demonstration. So here data is an optional data vector. The input values will be given using data. So here data equal to some C of using C of command. So you can give the inputs to the matrix. Then end row, the desired number of rows by default 1. Then end column, the desired number of columns by default 1. By row, here it is a logical operation, true or false. See here it is very important. You can use by row equal to false, all uppercase letters, or capital F. So you can use either any one of these notation. Whereas true, capital T or capital TRUE, all capital letters. So any one of these notations only allowed. So if false, the default matrix is filled by columns. Otherwise, the matrix filled by rows. So whenever you can use by row equal to true, or without giving also. By row false is the default one. So the matrix filled with column. Otherwise, if you can use true, then it fills with rows. This is the syntax and elements in the matrix and their explanation. Now we will create one example matrix. So here you can observe in R, a 4 by 2 matrix X can be created with the following command. Now we are creating a 4 by 2 matrix. That means 4 rows, 2 columns. This is the dimension of the matrix. So the syntax is. So here also you can store the matrix into one variable or one name. Let us assume X is the name of the matrix. X equal to matrix of n row equal to 4, comma number of rows. Then n col equal to 2 number of columns. Then comma data equal to, this is the optional one. If you can't provide this data, then the matrix is null, empty matrix. So if you want some values, you can provide through data. So here data equal to, you can give using C of combine command. C of you can give whatever the elements you want, but with equal that elements can be distributed into 4 rows and 2 columns. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. So 1 to 8 elements are given. So here we did not mention by row equal to false. That is the default one. So here you can observe by row equal to false means default. The matrix filled by columns. So now here we did not mention by row. By default, it displays the matrix column wise. See how the elements are filled with column wise. You can observe. So first, how many rows are there? 4 rows, 2 columns. So first column it fills first 4 elements under 4 rows. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 4 rows, first 4 elements with column 1. Then second column, remaining 4 elements with 4 rows. Now remaining 4 are 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the matrix with the dimension 4 rows and 2 columns. It is filled by column wise. By default, matrix is filled by columns. So if you want row wise, here in the matrix syntax, you can use by row equal to true, then it displays row wise. So or by row equal to false, or without giving also default, it fills with column wise. So now you can execute this one using our R software. Now you can see. Now we are creating a matrix and storing in X equal to matrix of So n row, we are giving 4 rows. N column, we are giving 2 rows. Then data equal to C of, we are giving 1 to 8 are the elements of the matrix. 7, 8. Then close the combined command. Then close the matrix function. Simply you can enter, then call the matrix. The matrix is created. Here you can observe. So what we mentioned by without specifying by row equal to false, it default fills the matrix with column wise. Here the dimension is 4 by 2, 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 columns, 1, 2. Now the elements are filled with column wise. First column, how many rows? 4 rows. It takes first 4 elements that can be filled in column 1 under 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Then remaining 4 elements under second column under 4 rows. So remaining 5, 6, 7, 8. So here 5, 6, 7, 8. So like that, by default it fills with column wise. Suppose here the same command you can specify by row equal to, you can use two options, capital F or FALSE. Now you can call the matrix. Here you can see any change in the previous output to this output. There is no change. The reason by row equal to false is the default one. Whether by providing or without providing, it displays the matrix with column wise. Suppose now if you want to display the matrix with row wise, here you can use by row equal to true or simply capital T. Now you can call the matrix X. Now here you can observe the difference. So here you can see earlier the matrix is filled with column wise. Now here the matrix is filled with row wise. Here 4 rows are there. It feels like first two elements under 2 columns. So in first row you can see here. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2 in first row. Then 3 and 4, next 2 elements in second row. Here you can see 3 and 4. Next 5 and 6 in third row. Next 7 and 8 in fourth row. So like that. So like that, the matrix is filled with row wise or the elements. Like that, we will display the matrix with column wise and row wise by using by row. By row equal to false, default column wise or without giving also. Then by row equal to true, then specifically compulsory it fills with row wise. So here you can see the same explanation is given here. The first example what we seen, by default matrix is filled by columns without giving by row. Then the matrix is filled by columns, again same, by giving by row equal to false. Both will be giving the same result. Then if you want specifically row wise, here you can use by row equal to true, all are capital letters or capital T. So then it is filled by rows. Then coming to see some examples of matrices. So here one can access a single element of a matrix with the following command. So if you want to access a particular element from the matrix, so that can be accessed by using the command matrix name within square brackets, the row value, comma, column value, I, comma, j. So where I is the address or position of the row and j is the address or position of the column. So whatever the matrix we created, so you can provide the index or address or position of a combination of row and column. Then that particular element is displayed. For example, here you can see x of 3 comma 2 means the row value is 3, column value is 2. That means under third row, under second column, what is the element? So the address here is third row and second column. So whenever you can provide, now you can see the output. Now this is the matrix we created earlier, same matrix. Now we are calling a particular element using the command matrix name within square bracket, the position or address of row and columns I comma j. Now the first example here we have given I as 3, j as 2. That means third row. Here you can see uh, third row and second column. Here this is the second column. See 3, 2, third row, second column. What is the element here? 7. So another example, x of 1 comma 1. That means first row, first column. So this is the first row, this is the first column. So 1 by 1, so the value is 1. Similarly, another example, 1 comma 2. First row, second column. First row, second column. The value is 5. So 5. So like that, you can find a particular element from the matrix. So using this one, x of I comma j. Now you can execute the same here. So now you can call your matrix. So here we called our latest matrix by row equal to true. So now you are calling a particular element of the matrix. Now I want from first row, second column. So what is the value here? We will get first row. So this is the first row, second column. So here you will get 2. Now you can see. Then another one, I want 2 by 2. Here you can see. So second row, second column, it is 4. Then I want 4 by 2. Let us assume x of 4 comma 2, fourth row, second column. The value is 8. So like that, you can find a particular element from the matrix. So using this command. So that's all about the introduction about matrix theory. So in the coming lecture, we will see more about matrix. So till now we completed as part of basic calculations, functions and introduction about matrices. So finally coming to concluding remarks. So all of you try to have a revision of all these topics, particularly with the matrix theory. And in the next lecture, we will try to discuss some more aspects of matrix theory and also try to have a quick look in any elementary book on matrix theory, whatever you have done in your high school level or class 12 level, whatever you have done, that will help you in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Happy learning.